My opinion, AI-powered advisory platforms, they use the real-time data, machine learning, and predictive analytics to help the farmers to make the decisions. And they can address the challenges like weather variability, where the farmers can predict the weather using various AI models, and they can plan their agricultural activities based on the weather variability parameters. Second thing is most important is the soil health management. Each and every farmer has to understand what's in his soil and how they can make sure that the nutrition of the soil is good for their growing crops. That is something they can look at. And the third one is obviously the pest and disease control. This is going to be very important in the sense that the AI powered using the predictive analytics, weather parameters, they can actually predict the pest and disease infestation much ahead of it can happen in the field. And last but not the least, the yield optimization. AI-driven insights help in terms of seedling intensity in an acre of land, irrigation strategies like how do I and when do I irrigate the crops to get the maximum yield, and also the nutrient management, which ultimately leads to enhancing the productivity. Today, I think the power of internet has really made the farmers use various mobile apps to make the decisions. And I would say that they have power in their hands now compared to what we could see in the last 5 years. It's a dramatic change that is happening. And various mobile apps are there, and they offer many facilities. Some of the things that comes to my mind when I'm interacting with the farmers and going to the field is instant access to the information. They get all the weather updates, and some of the apps what the companies have launched talks about the weather forecast for the next seven days, which helps them to plan their activities like labor management, availability of labor they can predict, and all those stuff. Second thing is now the precision farming support. Those people who are having the like the apps in their mobile, they can input the data, they can monitor their soil health and the nutrient management in their soil. That is also now available with various apps. And another thing is the supply chain efficiency, where farmers can start tracking about their goods and whether they sell or whether they buy. The logistics, real-time data availability has helped them to plan much better. Last but not the least, the financial management of various banks and also the governments, the insurance schemes, and so many other things are happening now, which helps them to really make their financial judgments and manage their finance properly. Yeah, so the supply chain management for the farmers has become a prime importance now, because they can get the real-time price data, and hence the information asymmetry which is happening can be much reduced. They can avoid the middleman. They can secure good deals by directly having this information in their hands. The second thing is in terms of their logistics. Like they have the produce sometimes stored in the cold storage. When do I actually sell and when do I actually go ahead and do that? I think that supply chain management, that I get my product to the right place at the right time where I can get the maximum price for my produce, can be one thing. And also now there are farmers who directly contact with the buyers directly through the digital means, so that they know exactly they have a better deal by directly talking to the digital buyers, and that's helping them in terms of the supply chain. Coming to the precision farming, I am sure it is a concept that is picking up very fast. But even some of the farmers have started using it and getting the benefits, mostly in the areas of input based. How much fertilizer I should use, how much pesticides I should use. I think the reducing the input waste becomes one of the important tools in terms of the what do you call the precision farming tools, which can help that, and improving water efficiency, enhancing soil health. And even some farmers have started thinking about the carbon footprint. How can I lower the carbon footprint? And big farms and big progressive farmers have started looking into it. Interestingly, some of the farmers also approached us for how to get the carbon credits. So these are some of the things which are really helping them in terms of the precision farming and increase the productivity. Right. So when I first on the key barriers, a lot of things have changed in the last 5 years, thanks to the development of internets as well as the mobile phones, which is easily available right now. But still, the barriers continue in certain areas, especially now the digital tools or the AI-powered advisory platforms are becoming at this point of time very high cost. I'm sure that as we move forward, this cost will come down due to the competition. We are seeing already in the global arena how the what do you call that, artificial intelligence is gaining grounds, and I'm sure that we'll be very cost competitive. And the second thing is the lack of digital literacy to the farmers. I have a tool, but I think, are we able to communicate in their local language and help them understand how these AI-powered tools can really help them? That's something that digital literacy has to improve. In some corners, though, I would say most of the areas, the internet connectivity has been very good, but I'm sure that there is still a large scope where the internet connectivity can boost this AI-powered tools to adapt faster. But one of the things is there are some trust issues which the farmers might have based on what they see with the AI-powered tools, because seeing is believing and word of mouth, and their fellow farmers are much more, the trust issues are not there. But here probably as the system progresses and as the technology progresses, I think the trust issues will also be solved. Coming to your next question, especially on the water management and fertilizer optimization, how digital tools can promote. As I said earlier, I think a lot of informations can be made available through this artificial intelligence, and then we can reduce the water wastage. So typically, for example, how many days once I should really irrigate my field. Today, sometimes what happens is I have water and I'm irrigating it, and I do not know whether I'm going to use that in the right way every time. So this water management becomes a critical, and it's a very, very important resource. Now, if you see in North India versus Central India or in South, for example, paddy cultivation or rice cultivation, even the government is promoting to conserve water and promoting the direct seeded rice. The point is the farmer should be educated that water management is very critical, and now the AI-powered tools are really helping that. The second thing is the fertilizer optimization. There are several advances that has been made in the fertilizers, right from the straight fertilizers to the nano fertilizers. So many things are coming in, and I'm sure that the soil health and based on that nutrient content in the soil, the fertilizer optimization has to be done, for which the AI-powered tools are really going to help. So the collaboration, in my opinion, has increased and is increasing, not only between farmers, agronomists, research, but also private entities like us, agribusiness firms, because the knowledge sharing in the social media, if you can see, a lot of things are happening. So the digital tools, in my opinion, are going to be a very important part of the collaboration. One is the knowledge sharing. Mobile platforms connect the farmers with various agronomists and researchers and also private companies. We have consultants for some special crops who are there for real-time problem solving. So the first one, in my opinion, is knowledge sharing. And second thing is data-driven research, where the crowdsourced agricultural data that can help improve the predictive models and then the farming techniques. And market linkages, that is one important factor that I believe will help the collaboration by these digital platforms to coordinate with the farmers, even for contract farming and also making bulk purchases. So these are the things I believe will help. The digital tools will play in fostering collaboration. This is a very interesting question because I can start from our own country example in Nashik, where the farmers grow grapes and they export to the European markets. And we follow a common standardized production schedule, which helps the farmers to get the best product and then they can do that. So this is in line with the expectations of the European Union where they export the grapes. And so by this AI platforms helps the farmers to have a standardized production. And obviously, the other important element which could increase the value of the produce is the certification and traceability. And digital platforms help us to really comply with the export standards. And in some countries, they really look at the traceability, and certification helps a lot through blockchain-based supply chain tracking as well. And market intelligence, now we know what is happening in the global world very easily. And this AI also will help us to predict the demands, allowing farmers to choose the crop and grow what they are supposed to grow to make it more profitable. In terms of the future advancements in AI and precision farming, I think how they are going to transform. Autonomous farming is something very near. I can tell you that AI-powered drones and robots, if you program it, I think they will go for automated seeding, spraying, and also harvesting, which is not very far away in my opinion. And blockchain-based supply chain, ensuring traceability, which I talked about, that is going to help us a lot. And also hyper-local, I would say, weather predictions. Farmers are now able to understand this and the importance of this. The AI-driven microclimate forecasting for ultra precise decision making is going to help a lot. The farmers are going to use that. And these are the things that is going to help us. India's crop protection industry, we need more solutions. I mean, if you look at the productivity compared to the global standard, we have been talking about it. We talk about the productivity on various parameters, but now the changes that is happening in the agricultural fields are fast. You talk about the weed problems, pest and disease problem. It was not the same like 5 years or 10 years before. But look at the number of solutions that we have compared to the last 5 years or 10 years. We haven't made very significant progress in terms of introducing new solutions. So my humble request would be that the crop protection industry is the one which has a great potential, and they are the ones who are going to put the food on the plate. We need more solutions to support the farmers, which is, in my opinion, very industry critical.